The girls are going for a little ride today. Okay, I'm in our loafing barn, which is where our female herd of Nigerian dwarfs stays. I've already scared them once with the camera, so we'll see if they come anywhere near here. So one of the jobs that we need to do before the rain comes, before the farm turns into what it is for the winter around here in our climate, which is a mud farm, when we can no longer drive the tractor. So while it's still dry and before all of that kind of change in weather starts, we really need to clean this barn out. So we rebuilt it last year. We built doors big enough for our tractor to actually get in, because for the past 8 or 9 years, as long as we've had goats in here, it's been hand digging, which is days and days and hours of digging and wheelbarrow loads. So really excited this year to try it out with our tractor for our first time. And one of the catches is that we did a gravel flooring in here because we really still wanted drainage. So we decided not to go with a cement floor. So curious to see how well it digs out, how well it's compacted, and whether or not the tractor is going to dig holes with the tires in here. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully this goes well. So far it's been a really good system. It's been dry. It's been really excellent for having the goats in here, and so far it's been everything that we hoped for. So we kidded in the spring, and so since then there's been a buildup of probably about a foot of material, so now we need to remove that before the winter sets in. Hi, girls. You actually did come close. Hi. Don't run away. Come here. Come here. That's girl Holly. Good girl Holly. So these are the sort of things farmers get excited about, especially gardener farmers like me. Check out my compost pile. This pile is amazing. It's going to be feeding my flower gardens in the next few years. And next, all the weeds that I'm pulling as I catch up on the summer where I didn't weed at all, those weeds, and there's mountains of them, they're going in as well, and then we can mix it in. It's going to be a really great compost. I'm just leaving it uncovered right now to let the rain wet it a little bit, but we will be covering it at some point. So this is our chicken coop. It's mobile, so I call it the egg mobile, and we keep all of our hens in here. So it's a coop on wheels, and that allows us to rotate our hens around the pasture and kind of control the amount of damage that they do and make sure that they're always getting good foraging. So today we are moving our hens from our front pasture to our upper back pasture. So they're going for a little drive. So they have been locked up. We keep them locked up the morning that we're moving them. And Steve is just back there brush cutting the field right now to tidy it up. And then he's gonna come up here and we're gonna roll these girls to their new spot. Hi, ladies. We use an electrical mesh style of fencing that we can then move around and kind of control where our hens are at and also protect them from predators. It works very well for the most part, and we've been using this system now for about 10 years. Really one of the only major downsides is the fact that we have to be taking it down and setting it up, so it's a little bit more labor intensive.
I get to work with some cute little pumpkins today for an event order. I'll be making some floral pumpkins. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I've got some gorgeous hanging amaranthus that I grew this year that I wanted to incorporate fresh, hence the water source. So I'm going to get that in first, and then I can build around that. Hello. Hey, sweetie. One of the things that I need to get done in the fall before it's too late, besides weeding my perennial beds, mulching, cover cropping, tidying, one of the big things is labeling my dahlias. Inevitably, I'll still come out in the spring with a clump that I didn't label soon enough, and now I don't know what it is, and I have to keep the whole clump and grow it again the next year just to figure it out. But I try to be good and I try to do labeling. So this time of year is when I'm really going through. I'll clean off the bottom stems of my plants, and I like labeling with flagging tape and a permanent marker. I can tie it off at the base of the stem, and then when I cut back my dahlias to pull the tubers, the label can still be attached. So I'm just here in my dahlia house where I grow most of my dahlia varieties. It's actually a chilly morning outside, but I've got the sides rolled down in here and it's kind of cozy in here. Not a bad place to work for a little while. As I'm working, I can prune at the same time, and so I've got a great big pile of weeds and cuttings building up that I'm going to be able to use on my compost for next year's flowers.